All right, so the A's made a few signings in the past few weeks. Not big signings in the realm of MLB, but I guess for the A's standards, probably bigger signings, considering the pay. So they signed to 2-year contracts Aledmys Diaz, the world champion from the Houston Astros, Jace Peterson, and then as of today, Yohel Pozo from the Texas Rangers. And so, yeah, I'm going to kind of get into each of these. So, yeah, Aledmys Diaz, like I said, won the World Series with Houston. I definitely knew his name. I didn't really know much about him. I do know, he can play pretty much a lot of positions. He played 6 different positions this season, and that was pretty interesting to see, I guess. He's not like a bad player. He's a one-time All-Star. He's a veteran. I mean, he's definitely your typical Oakland A's player, a guy who like can't really make it on a big team like the Astros as like their everyday player, but definitely could make it in Oakland. So yeah, Diaz average season this year, he hit 243, nothing special, 12 homers. It's a 7-year contract per year for 2 years. So, it's funny to get excited about big contracts like that when you're an A's fan that really are minuscule compared to every other team's contracts. But I was very surprised, but I also think these contracts are probably trying to minimize like the pain inflicted on the A's fans by Sean Murphy leaving and just years and years of cheap contracts that are offered to players that deserve big contracts, but that's a whole other story. So, yeah, I mean, Diaz, not a bad player. I don't think it's going to help us much, but it's all right. I think he's primarily been at first base, and I feel like first base is a position where the A's kind of had some fluctuation this year with the absence of Matt Olson. I feel like Seth Brown got some reps there, so maybe they're trying to find more of a sustainable option. He had a 691 OPS. He played 92 games, 38 RBIs, of course, won the World Series. So, pretty interesting. Next up, Jace Peterson, another sort of average player who, I've heard good things about. Didn't really know much about him, though. And he's been on a variety of different teams. This past year, similar average to Diaz. He hit 236 with 8 homers, so not really, big power guy. Made his MLB debut in 2014, so like Diaz, he is a veteran for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's another 2-year deal. Nothing crazy. I think Peterson, I've heard good stuff with him. He had 8 homers. That's the most he's had in his career, so I guess he's kind of peaking right now. 34 RBIs. He played 113 games for Milwaukee last year. And so, yeah, I mean, we'll see what he can do. He's a lefty, and I feel like with the A's, they can't get any worse. So I guess these signings are pretty impactful in that way. But yeah, they all, with this, of course, the A's actually DFA'd Ernie Clement and Yanni Hernandez. So that made some room for the A's. And then the most recent signing was Yohel Pozo. The only thing I knew about this guy before this signing is that I was actually at an A's game in 2021 where he hit a homer against the A's. So I guess it kind of comes full circle in that way. He spent, a lot of time in and out in the minors. In 2021, he did hit 284, given he only did play 21 games. But, I mean, that's a pretty good stat. His only homer I witnessed in person against the A's. And so, yeah, pretty interesting. But that's some signings there for the A's, 3 of them. Like I said, nothing to get super excited about, but I guess if you're an A's fan, any signing from a new team is something to cheer about, considering all the losses. So that's going to do it, guys. Let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys later, and yeah, go A's.